I didn't get to ask it, but I'm going to ask you now. You've mentioned, and I'm sure you've had this question before, budget neutral ways to potentially buy Bitcoin down the line. Can you give me an example of a budget neutral way you may be thinking of?
I mean, there's a lot of high IQ people working on this, and I will give you an example. But I say that only to say that there's been countless ideas over the course of the last week or so, and it's in a sense of how we can actually accomplish this. I'll actually point you to Senator Lummis's Bitcoin Act of 2025, in which she believes that we can identify the real true value of some of these gold certificates that are, basically, I think it's like $172 an ounce is what they're categorized at right now. And if we actually realize the gains on that, that would be a budget neutral way to acquire more Bitcoin. I mean, there's countless different ways you can do it. I know the Secretary of Treasury, Bessent, and the Secretary of Commerce with Howard Lutnick. I mean, they're going to come up with. I mean, these are smart people that understand this space really well. And as we convene as a working group, we'll flesh out the best ideas, and we'll enact those ideas.
Goals. Theoretically, could you sell some of the gold in Fort Knox to buy Bitcoin? Can we? Is that possible?
Well, if it's budget neutral and doesn't cost the taxpayer a dime,
you're kind of exchanging one for the other.
We'll see whatever creative ideas that we can come up with. And, like I said, with all the interagency working group actors that will convene in these meetings, I mean, we're going to hear some tremendous ideas about how we could do it. I just don't want to box us in yet to what that actually looks like, because I want to be able to hear from everybody. And I think that's one thing that's different about this White House is we welcome in new ideas, innovative solutions, and it's no different the way that we're running our office.
So there you see Bo Hines, the executive director of the U.S. Crypto Council, and basically he's sitting here telling you there's a plethora of things the United States government can do to buy Bitcoin. And he didn't say no to selling off gold to buy Bitcoin. It's definitely budget neutral. With that, what's happening, Crypto Crew? Sean's coming back at you in the cryptocurrency video.
Hey guys, sorry for the quick interruption, but if you're interested in trading MicroStrategy options, any other stock out there, Bitcoin, Solana, or any other crypto out there, you can now do that on MooMoo. And if you sign up with our affiliate link, which we pin in the comment section, also in the description below, when you sign up and deposit any amount, you're going to receive up to 20 free stocks. And each one of these stocks could be valued at up to $2,000. So make sure to sign up with MooMoo. Go get that free money. Now let's go ahead and get back to the video.
And look at the Bitcoin bros are still at it. Keep stacking sats. If you haven't joined the Smash Buy party, make sure you're a part of that. We just copped another 0.01 Bitcoin, taking that supply further and further down. Just make it a dollar cost average routine and keep stacking hard. Taking a look at Bitcoin, it seems like $84,000 is a magnet for Bitcoin. And we got some fractal patterns that we're going to be showing you. But right now, this looks just like a retest of this line. We did this before. We retested this 20 moving average, had a cool off before the next leg up. Looking at the RSI, we had this cool off before the next leg up. Could be getting ready to see that uptick, to see new all-time highs and more euphoria in the market. Look at this. David Sachs is sitting down what looks like somebody from the Middle East. Could be a big player. They could be getting ready to get into the crypto game. Don't want to speculate too much, but definitely seems bullish. Nothing's going to stop Bitcoin. Remember this, guys. Elon Musk even said this.
You can also cryptographically sign things. Mathematically, we don't see any way, for example, for AI to subvert the fundamentals of mathematics and say, figure out how to hash Bitcoin easily. It's not as AI can't defy fundamental math.
Yeah.
So we can improve the efficiency of Bitcoin hashing algorithms in the silicon, but not fundamentally crack it. So I guess cryptographic signatures is one way to do it. But I'm not so worried. I think it's more like humanity controls destiny or not. Will we have a future that is better than the past or not? We can certainly destroy ourselves without the help of AI. If you look at all of the past civilizations, they didn't have AI.
He's saying Bitcoin can't be cracked by AI, not too worried about it. And as we can see, when in doubt, zoom out. Bitcoin has just been up and to the right. This upper trend line, we put our head on it once, twice, 3 times. We come up to it. In the future, that could be a $700,000 Bitcoin. I know the fractal doesn't mean that we're going to do that, but just showing you, hey, why not dream? And another fractal pattern that's showing that we could be seeing a spring in motion right now. Look at this. This is a distribution phase, and this looks textbook. This is what Bitcoin's been doing. This spring's been coiling up. We see this test. This could be the back test that we're a part of right now, and then we could be getting ready to see this rip up to the upside. We'll see over the next few weeks if this plays out, but definitely looks bullish. And to double down on this, look at the 2025 cycle currently and 2017. Right now we see this correction where we actually broke resistance and then had a rip up to the upside. And right now we broke resistance. Can we see that rip up to the upside? And everything else, double peak, all-time high, double bottom out, accumulation, consolidation, correction, rinse, repeat. Are we going to see that blast up to $200,000 plus? We'll leave you with this. Ben Workman is giving some Bitcoin predictions. You don't want to miss this. Before we get into it, speaking of Ben, we got to look at MicroStrategy and see what's been going on. We closed at 303, at 304 at current time recording, still around the same level. So MicroStrategy is just chilling out around that 300 range. And will we see a breakdown farther down to the 200 range, or is this ABC correction over and are we getting ready to break this downwards resistance, flip resistance to support, and see a bullish continuation? Now right here you see that this blue line seems to be curling back up. We want the MACD to show these red turn to light red and then get back into the green, break this resistance, and then it'll be smooth sailing. Without further ado, let's hear from Ben and hear what he has to say for Bitcoin in the crypto market.
What's more bullish for MicroStrategy? Entering the S&P 500 or receiving a AAA credit rating from all the rating agencies?
S&P 500.
In the long term, who will have the lower borrowing rates? Spot Bitcoin holders who are posting it as collateral, or Bitcoin ETF holders who are posting their shares as collateral?
Spot Bitcoin holders.
True or false? The growth of Bitcoin hash rate from here is irrelevant because the protocol is already sufficiently secured.
I'm going to say false.
What one person, if they became publicly bullish on Bitcoin, would have the largest impact on price?
Tim Cook.
True or false? Will MSTY be one of the best performing dividend ETFs over the next decade?
False.
Which S&P 500 company do you think might be the next to buy Bitcoin?
Meta.
Which state will be the first to get their strategic Bitcoin reserve fully passed?
Michigan.
Which country will be the next to establish a strategic Bitcoin reserve?
China.
Will Senator Loomis's Bitcoin Act, which wants to acquire 1 million Bitcoin, will that pass at some point during the current administration?
Yes.
How many Bitcoin will the U.S. hold, by your estimation, by the end of 2025? If they hold 200,000 now, if we're assuming that they have those 200,000.
400,000.
End of year Bitcoin price.
215,000.
End of year MicroStrategy price.
725.
We have from Ben Workman a $725 MicroStrategy prediction. So what he's talking about is roughly, let's get our horizontal line, about right here before the end of the year. So let's get out our vertical line now and get these to intersect. So by this time frame right here, he's saying that this price action needs to get out of this, start to stair step its way up, flip resistance to support before continuing up to having this parabolic run to 725. You heard it from Ben Workman. Make sure you give him a follow. Definitely drops a lot of alpha on Bitcoin and specifically the MicroStrategy. Sorry for saying MicroStrategy. The Strategies Bitcoin Playbook. And with that, I'm Sean with the Bitcoin Bros. You guys like this content, go ahead and smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and show us some love. We appreciate each and every one of you. With that, I'm out.